My fellow ugly brethren, there might be hope. Truly, as one of our brothers in his time of crisis, in his time of need, has actually found love. So let's talk about it. So this update was a while ago, and I want to talk about this mostly because, we've been talking about some dumb stuff, So there's a lot of videos where, like, someone uploads one video, right? It blows up, and they kind of carry off of that video, if that makes any sense. So I guess, for example, things like Men's Not Hot, right? This is 422 million views. This man, Michael Dappa, while he is a hilarious guy, and he's like this comedian, he's not making 122 million view videos. That's ridiculous. Now, one video that really got popular is by this channel named Never Give Up. What they do is, I guess, sort of kind of just like life stuff and things. You know what? Let me stop blabbing on. Let me let him talk about what he does.
Hey there, and welcome to my channel. I'm making videos here sharing my thoughts about the world and trying to find people in the same situation as me, or that just shares my thoughts, or I'm just here complaining about life. Anyway, feel free to comment on my videos, share your opinions, and give me ideas on what videos to make next. Anyway, that's all from me. Enjoy, and see you later.
What a wonderful young man. You guys are probably like, what the hell did you just show me? Who is this man? Who's this lad here, right? Now, you may recognize him from one of easily his most popular video, which is his oldest video on his channel, and it's a little video called Being Ugly, My Experience. This video has 19 million views, and in it, basically, it's him talking about his experience of not being an attractive person. Now, once again, we're not gonna do the whole, oh man, your personality is great though, man. No, we're not doing that, okay? This guy is conventionally just not attractive. He's not an attractive person. But yeah, it's his experience being an ugly individual. Now, before you say, oh, come on, he's had like, what, maybe 2 rejections on Tinder because he took a very bad picture, maybe? Oh, I wish that was his experience, ladies and gentlemen, because here he kind of rips off the entire band-aid, talks about these horrible, horrible women he's encountered in his life. Basically, for right now, what he said is it basically all started when he was 15, and he kind of just goes through the beats and patterns throughout his life to kind of go through and timeline basically his experience with girls. And the reason why he made this video is not only because of maybe like vent a little bit, because it can be very demoralizing to have that, so I can understand venting, but then also because he detailed in the video that he felt like there were people who were actually attractive talking about how ugly they are. This is why I don't show my face on this channel, because trust me, I'm doing y'all a favor, okay? One thing he does talk about, there's some things he talks about that really like sticks out in the video, was how many times he had gotten rejected. While I'm playing this video, I want you guys, if you guys have not watched this video, to make an educated guess on how many times he's gotten rejected. It could be 50, 100, maybe 150 times, maybe 20 times. Who knows? How many times he got rejected? Let's find out together.
When I was 15, I realized that I wanted to have love in my life. I was 15 years when I realized I wanted that. And the amount of people that rejected me is astonishing. It's unexplainable. I remember I was 15, I went to school, I was socially inactive, I was a bit overweight. That's where all this comes from, because I was a little bit on the overweight side. So I was a bit heavier, not much heavier, but I was heavier. I think the total sum from when I was 15 to 17 was well over 400 or 500 girls that I wrote with.
400 to 500. I don't think I've even passed that many girls like in my life, let alone talking to them, let alone getting rejected by them when I asked them out. Like, nah, bro, that is insane. Honestly, it sucks, because being in an experience like that where you get rejected 400 to 500 times, yeah, that's how you know you're not attractive. That's how you know you're ugly, bro. That's how you know. As you can see, he's not like, he's a very meek individual, but like, he doesn't seem like he's a bad person or he has like a horrible personality or whatever. He's just not attractive. He's just not. And in a world where people kind of delusion themselves that like looks don't matter at all, that's just not true. That's just not true at all. I do think, once again, the looks versus personality argument is such like a big one. I think both matters in the long run, right? I think you have to look attractive, that way you can get your foot in the door. But then in order to stay in, if you want an actual relationship out of it, that's where I think your personality comes in, where it's like, are you pleasant to be around? How are you like around other people? Stuff like that. So I think that personally, it's a two-time thing. Kind of similar to like graphics in a video game. You know how like graphics are there to kind of like entice you to play the video game? But if the video game is ass, your game could look amazing, but it doesn't matter because your game is ass, so no one's gonna play it for more than like 30 minutes. For me, it's the same applies to a relationship or like finding someone attractive. You find them attractive, and if it's like a one night stand type thing, then I may go for it. But if it's like a regular relationship and you want something, looks can only get you so far, and that's kind of where I stand. I think logically that makes sense to me. That all to say, being ugly is a huge factor in a relationship, especially with people that have to look at you every time, They have to look at you constantly, and it's like people have to find you attractive. Now, obviously, right, people can find this dude attractive. On average, people are not going to find him attractive, which he has kind of proven with the 500 times that he's gotten rejected. Now, I'm not going to watch this whole video because it's 23 minutes long, and there's a lot of different stories. I recommend, if you want to watch it, go and watch it. I mean, you probably have already watched it, I don't know. Also, keep in mind that him getting rejected by 400, 500 girls, you maybe think maybe his standards are too high. Maybe he needs to lower his standards. No, he had lowered his standards. Actually, let me keep playing this.
I tried to get into a relationship with, and that's not normal girls. I've never gone for the normal attractive girls. I knew from the start, like, they are not for me. They set these standards that are so high. They want attractive guys that are smart and funny and everything. I tried to write with girls. I wrote with girls that were overweight, that didn't look so good. Some of them had a big nose like me, some had big lips, some had shorter hair. I even wrote with about, I think it was like three girls that were handicapped. No, this time I was between 15 to 17 years, so I was quite young.
And this was all in the span of 2 years too. I don't even think he's accounting for now, which once again is insane. And yeah, there's only so much things like losing weight and stuff can do. Like, it can definitely improve it, don't get me wrong. It can definitely bring out your most attractive features. But then on top of that, it's like, well, if you're still ugly even after that, it's like, well, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Now, this is a story that he brought up in his video, and it was about this girl. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same girl he brought up like a little bit, where he said basically he had to walk like 5 feet behind her. He could never stand next to her because he was that ugly that she didn't even want to be seen next to him, which is like one of those things where you exaggerate for the sake of a joke. But in this case, that actually happened. That is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Now, this one was kind of probably the most heartbreaking part of it all, where I think that same girl, they ended up breaking up for obvious reasons, right? He said that she told him that he was unlovable. So let's play this one.
But I gave it my all. I tried to be a good boyfriend. I gave her massage. I bought her presents when I had money. I spent my time with her. I altered my personality for her so she wouldn't feel that it was weird. I tried my best to be the perfect I could, and she always told me, "You're not enough," or like, "You're not good enough," or things like that. She always told me that. And this is how it was for about 3 years or 4. 3-4 years. Then I moved, and she didn't move with me. She was like, "It's not worth it. If you move, it's over." So I moved, it was over. Then she started calling me and being like, "You should take me back because you are unlovable." I remember those words so clearly. "You are unlovable." That's the worst thing I ever felt, and I was like, screw this, nope. And I was alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere in the woods. It's a movie, I know, but I was literally living in a cabin. I have an actual video of it when I recorded like back then, because I have other YouTube channels. This is a new thing, but like those are for gaming and stuff like that. Anyway, I was living in a cabin for 4 to 5 months all alone. She called me, it was after like a few weeks, the first month. She was like, "Take me back, you're unlovable, you should be with me." I was like, nope.
So yeah, it is really messed up, Doug. And it's like, to feel bad for this man, dog. So his experience with women has not been good. However, ever since making that video, he got a lot of positive comments from that. Obviously, I mean, you're not gonna go in the comments and be like, yeah, you know, that girl's right. You are ugly as hell. It's like, that's insane, dog. Like that would be crazy. So there was a lot of comments in the video that was actually very supportive of his story. Some fellow ugly niggas that related to him and stuff like that. When people say get yourself a nice guy, this one is the real nice guy. He's been through so much, but he's so calm, collected, down to earth, and friendly. True, there's some people who fake niceness and things of that nature to have it to where they can kind of go forward with stuff. I don't know if that made any sense. A lot of people claim they're nice people, but then that's the reason why, basically. Trust me, man, 99% of people don't have big as balls as you do. This took a lot of strength, in all honesty. I remember watching your video years ago and feeling sad about your story. I thought being attractive was so important, but after dealing with toxic, incredibly difficult family members and rude friends, and also having met a few kind people here and there, personality is the most important thing in a person. Kind people with a good heart make life so beautiful and enjoyable. So there's a lot of supportive people of this guy, and people were interested in his journey because it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, where does he go from here? Does he get a girl, or does he continue being alone? Who knows? And he would go and do that on his channel, leading up to the point where he actually did in fact get a new girlfriend. He actually got a girlfriend with a girl named Lullaby. I think this is one of the first videos that he showed her off to.
Finally here.
I've been distracting him.
Yeah, and yeah, channel is kind of declining a bit, and the Discord server is kind of dying because of it, but this is kind of important for me in my life, so I've been kind of inactive a while. Anyway, we're gonna talk about how we met.
So this was basically his new girlfriend, Lullaby. I don't know if they met through that. You know, I actually want to check this out because I want to see if she met him through the Being Ugly My Experience video or not. Let's see.
When was it? February 3rd?
Yes.
So we started writing to each other February 3rd. She found me through my YouTube channel. She wrote to me on Discord, and after a few weeks or days, I don't remember, we started liking each other. And how long time did it take before we met? February. We met in like March, June. I think we met in...
When I came here?
Yeah.
That was like beginning of April.
Yeah, April.
So it seems like they met through his YouTube video. I think the Being Ugly My Experience video is where they met. So okay, cool. I was just curious because you'll see why. So this was recorded in May 19th, 2019. Now, with my amazing 15 minutes of research, I can only speculate when they broke up because it's not really obvious on the channel. This is the first video where he basically introduced her to the community. Then here is their 2019 to 2020 vlog. At least continued through 2020. You see here reacting to street food. She's still in the video. And then here we have a year review 2020. And yeah, as you can see, there's a little thing, the little blurb that says in parentheses X. This is because they indeed broke up. Now, I don't know when exactly they broke up. It was probably around 2021-ish. So I would say around 2021 and 2022, he was probably just like back to being alone, if that makes any sense. Back to being alone. Here he has a video called Breakup/Heartbreak My Experience. Actually, I'm curious.
Time has a funny way of repeating itself. One moment, I'm sitting here having a rough time in my life and feeling like doing something different. I was depressed. None of my friends were available to be there for me, and I didn't really want to bother anyone. Life was getting to me. And so I sat down, I made a video, I uploaded it, and then boom, here we are now.
Oh, okay, so this is the video here. Okay, I was just curious. So this was September 2022. Gotcha. So around the tail end of 2020, around fourth quarter 2022. A lot of people are asking me if we actually broke up. Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So that is when they broke up. Now, one of the comments that I highlighted was actually very interesting because there's a lot of replies, and on top of that, there's a heart, and he responded to it. And it's by this person named Julie Romina M, right? So if we check out her channel, we can see that, you know, she's chilling. You know, we got this video right here.
Hola. Aparte no dormí.
So yeah, that was really that wasn't really much. But one thing that is interesting is when you go to her shorts, right? You see, I'm lucky, aren't I? My Swedish boyfriend tries mate gone wrong.
Never tried this, and I don't know what this is.
We have to drink it all.
I have to drink it all.
Yeah.
Now you're probably asking yourself, wow, hold on, this guy looks kind of familiar, right? Yes, it is this same fella right here. It is this same fella, and they actually met through the comments, which is why I was curious on where he met his ex-girlfriend. Apparently, it was also through YouTube, most likely through this video. So the girl that said, I actually think you're kind of cute, TBH, I mean it. Now, they are actually dating, which is fire, bro. It's just fire. You can see that I think she moved to Sweden with him, and this is kind of her doing stuff. Basically, yeah. So, yeah.
You want to record us with it? Say what? Well.
He is so happy, man.
Sweetie pie. Doing studying.
It's just informatic homework, nothing from the. Well,
You hear that? It's formatic cheese homework.
I mean, it's my last from the summer classes. This is my last assignment, and I'm doing some hours, so I better hurry.
I'm assuming she moved with him to Sweden at some point in their relationship and stuff. So, you know, honestly, really fire. He was able to rebound quite nicely. I'm glad. It seemed like he was really distraught in the video, so I'm really happy that he was able to bounce back. And it even got to a point where we do have a happy ending, boys. We have the wedding on September 3rd, 2023. They have uploaded their wedding video. Jeez! Bro, he can button up his shirt. Look at my man. Look at bro here, bro. Yo, man, shout out this dude, man. Shout out this dude. Aww. Would you look at that? So they are officially a married couple. This right here is a big update video. He says, big/update video with my wife with wedding pictures. Let's go.
Hey, and welcome to another vlog. It's been a while since we've done a vlog. A lot of things have happened. I'm here with my wife, Julie. We are married.
With my husband.
Mm-hmm.
I love saying it though. I love it like all the time. My husband.
Yes.
My husband.
And my wife. Every single time.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna let you guys know right now. I hate public affection. I really do. It's nasty. Like, no, I don't care. Like, what? Like, I don't care. Like, what kind of relationship you're in. Just keep it private, bro. I really do not like public affection. It's one of those things where you're like, please get a room. But I will make an exception, right, for homie here, because once again, this is someone who got shit on, said he was unlovable. Probably got made fun of by hundreds of girls. I don't even know what his count of how many girls he asked out would be at this point in his life. And he finally found someone who actually liked him for him, who actually did see him as a cute person. And his personality, obviously, you know, it seems like he's a very lovely lad. So through that, he finally found someone who actually cares about him for him. And I'm sure she isn't like, yo, you can only travel back 5 feet away from me every time. That was insane, man. So this is them kind of doing a house tour real quick.
We have moved and we are quite well settled, so we're gonna show off our new place and how we've decorated it and all that. So, here is the room.
Don't feel so close.
This is bedroom.
For the first time, we have matching blankets.
Yes.
Oh, bro, this is so amazing. I'm really happy for them. I really am, because, like, you know, obviously we live in a very interesting society where you can't really say stuff like this, because it's like, well, nigga, if you're ugly, then kill you. But basically, it's kind of like one of those things where you don't get a lot of stories that are kind of like positive, if that makes any sense. Kind of positive message. And I think what's really cool is his channel name, Never Give Up. He's kind of the physical example of someone who does never give up. And when you're trying to do things that you never give up on, you'll eventually find something. It may take years, may take months, years, who knows? It'll take some trial and error, but you'll eventually get there. And I think his channel is a really nice way of showcasing that. So I'm really happy for them. I hope him and Julie have a wonderful relationship. I'm very happy for you guys. Shout out to Being Ugly My Experience guy. Shout out him for giving all the ugly people, us ugly ducklings, right? Some hope in the world. But you know, unlike him, like no, actually never mind. I'm gonna end this video here. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, bye.